What's up, wrestling fans? How's everybody doing today? If you're brand new to the channel, I hope you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We're live after every WWE event usually, and after AEW Dynamite, which is tonight, so we'll be live after AEW Dynamite tonight. WWE announced RAW XXX for the 30th anniversary, so we're going to talk about that in a second. I'm just going to pause for a minute while everybody gets the alert that we're live and we get going. If you're watching this on replay, just skip ahead a little bit. I'll maybe put a timestamp down below. And everybody sit tight. We're about to start. Everything's good. Last night, Leah joined us on the show. Great show. Luke Rojas was here. Leah was here. Had a lot of fun last night. Shout out to the Ghost from the Coast for dropping $100. You crazy person. Thank you, sir. And now let's take it away, Jim Cornette, and then we'll get the show started. I hope you subscribe if you're brand new. I hope you can do that. Super Chat's available down below. The donation link is up in the chat if you want to do that live, or if you want a super thanks in the comments down below, do that to support the show. All the ways you can support the show. Become a patron on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Lots of wrestling news, a little bit of fun to talk about, and I'm loaded on Dunkin' Dognuts, baby. Dunkin' Dognuts, who started making Christmas cups on November 20th. Wasn't it fun when we had snowmen on our cups in November 20th? What the hell is Dunkin' Donuts trying to make me end myself? I don't know.
Joe, if you're listening, you stupid fuck. He looks like one of those guys from Long Island that wants to be a white rapper, but he's 30-something years old, lives in his parents' basement with the droopy cap and the whatever, but he thinks he's Howard Stern, and he's got a cool way of talking in the microphone. And he's a shock jock or whatever, and somehow or another he accumulates followers on Twitter.
Somehow.
Fucking pathetic. So please, nobody listen to anything involving a guy named Joe Cronin, because it's just so fucking sad.
Shows how little you know, Jim Cornette. I'm banned on Twitter, so I can't even be on Twitter. I can't even be on Twitter, Jim Cornette, you idiot. So Jim Cornette has proven himself an idiot because I can't even be on Twitter. So I'm begging Elon Musk already to save me. Like, hello, Elon Musk, Earth to Elon. Everybody tweet Elon about Joe Cronin. Everybody do it. I know that the devious Dave over there has been doing it, and some other people have been doing it too, but man, tweet Elon and tell him, man, you gotta make videos about it, for Christ's sake, and tell him that I love Elon Musk, and you gotta unban him. Maybe he'll finally unban my main account with 36,000 followers on Twitter. You know? 603 Patrick, I'm on lunch break. If I had service inside work, I'd listen to you all day. Well, good. I agree. Well, this is my day off. Wednesdays are my day off, but not really, because I'm raking leaves, I'm throwing stuff out, I'm helping Leah around the house, you know, and now I'm doing a show in the middle of the day, and then tonight is AEW Dynamite. So Wednesdays, it's my day off, but not really, you know what I mean? And Sundays, you know, Sundays is the day that I decided to almost not do anything, like that I need to decompress, but I'm still doing work on Sundays too, but, you know, some Sundays recently I've done nothing because I need one day a week. You know, if I'm working 15 hours a day every day, you know, I need one day where I just shit. Like, I just lay down and football's on. But I've still streamed on Sundays too. So, I don't know. But either way, Sundays and Wednesdays are my lighter days, I guess. But there's still a lot to get to. Raw XXX. We talked about it last night with Luke Rojas. Leah was on the show. We talked about that 90s show. We got into that. You know, not a lot of people really talking about the 30th anniversary. But, and I swear to God, like, I don't know. It's in Philly, though. A lot of people have sort of talked about it. It's not getting good news. It's not getting good traction, Raw 30. I looked at the analytics, and not a lot of people are talking about it. Like, I don't know why that is. But I looked it up. I did, like, there's just not a lot of searching. I don't know if people don't think it's real. They think when they see XXX, they're like, oh, XXX, that's some porn thing. Or if they think it's like fake or something. I don't know, but the news is not doing well. Normally when they, like, WWE has announced, like, Raw Retro and things like that, and just tons of news gets picked up on it, and it's a big thing. I'm telling you, man, this news is, like, dead. I don't 100% know why, but it's not trending. It's not doing well. I don't know if people are just so, like, engulfed in Christmas shopping or something right now, But a lot of news just is not doing well, and Raw 30 is one of those things that isn't doing well, is not doing that well, and I don't know 100% why that is, but I can see that it's not trending well. Raw Retro and Raw when Stone Cold was coming back and things like that, those did well. So I don't really know what's going on. I would think that this would be big news that a lot of people would be, wanting to talk about, or it would be, people would be mentioning it everywhere maybe or whatever. It's just not really trending well. That's the fact. It's not trending well. I don't know what that means. I don't know if it will trend. That means it will trend better later. I don't know if it's that nobody cares right now. They don't believe it. I keep, I'm going in circles here, but I mean, it's just like, I don't know what the reason is. I mean, even last night when I talked about it, there really wasn't, there might have been a little bit of interest. We had 200 people watching my random stream last night, and Leah came on the show, and Rojas was great. I hope to have Rojas on a lot more because he's funny and he's such a smart guy, man. He's a smart kid. He held a conversation better with Leah than I could. I was like freaking out last night. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's up, man. Maybe it's been a struggle for everybody, so nobody cares about wrestling, or at least not too many people do. I'll Google the numbers in the analytics and see how the trend is doing with it. But I just don't think it's like, let's do Google Trends maybe and see. We'll type in Raw XXX. I mean, see, that's like, it's a dangerous thing to type in. You know what I mean? Raw XXX. I mean, in the search term, you're going to get a lot of Raw XXX from pornography, right? A lot of people are going to mention like pornography. So but it's not trending, dude, because look, the topic Raw XXX. See how it's not trending? Like that, look at that. That's mixed with WWE RAW XXX, and it's mixed with the actual search term Raw XXX. Raw XXX is actually searched quite often as a sex search, right? And now in the last couple of days, Raw XXX has been brought up in WWE, and you think it would make this spike, but it really hasn't. Look, this spike in November 23rd, that hadn't even been announced yet, really. So this is just a normal sex search. But look down here. The 26th of November. I mean, this was the other day. Maybe we don't have the data yet. Maybe it's too soon for the data. But this doesn't look like Raw XXX is getting any, search ability. I mean, this is look at this. This is the last 4 hours. It looks like in the morning there was a bit of a spike, so maybe that was people searching it, but then it went back to, it's nothing. So like, you would think if Raw announced something normally, you see a big spike start to happen in the search terms. The search terms aren't there. Like let's eliminate XXX, right, and just say Raw. In the last 7 days, you just search Raw. It's not even that's not trending at all. You know what I mean? There is actual Monday Night Raw on the 28th right there, so you see a little bit of a jump up for the night. That's about it. In fact, the terms drops significantly lower than even last week. So it's like it's done nothing. This is November 30th, and it's lower here than even in previous weeks. I mean, so, okay, well, let's do WWE Raw. So right here is November 28th. That's Raw, right? So Monday Night Raw happens, so the search term is spikes. But in the news that they're doing a 30th anniversary, so that's past 7 days. Let's go past 4 hours. Look at that. The search is dwindling. So this is not spiking search trends at all to make people go, oh, the 30th anniversary of Raw, I'm going to search that. So I don't know, man. It's very strange that there's not more there. Oh, Jack, good point. Sorry, donation link. Let me get it up here. There's the donation link if anybody wants to support me and my show, man. I mean, listen, when you support me in my show, you are supporting me directly. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm using the money for all kinds of things. I'm using the money for my computer, maybe. I'm using the money for the power of the house. I'm using the money for electricity. I'm using the money for cable bill. I'm using the money for, Christmas gifts for my kids, probably, gas money to get, food. I mean, like, it goes to, it's income, so it's going to everything of mine. So when you are donating, that is what it is. Some people are newer to the channel. They don't know necessarily what's up with that, I put it back into the show a little bit, but honestly not really, because at this point I don't really have the ability to put money back into anything. The money is keeping the lights on, literally. You know what I mean? The electric bill is like $300, my other job, I work a lot, so I am working a lot more at my other job now. For 4 years, I did just YouTube. For some people, they don't know the history. So, yeah, I am a little bit, I've had a little bit of a change, because some people have said, what happened to the day streams? And the day streams were great. They were really funding the show. I've lost a lot of money on YouTube from going to a full-time job, but I sort of had to do it. But I still need to, make as much on YouTube. Otherwise, then having the other job doesn't matter, right? So I need to kick ass everywhere. So anyway, that being said, thank you to Jack for letting me know that the donation link wasn't up, because I'm a fucking idiot. Appreciate that, man. But I am off on Wednesdays in the morning, like right now. So Wednesdays I'm off. I'll be able to do AEW Dynamite at night, and I'll be able to do my afternoon stream. And Sundays is light as well. So Sundays there'll be something that I do, and I am working on trying to get videos put out, like not live videos, but videos, so that maybe there's a video every day, at least, if not two. I'm trying to figure out a way to do that. So I'm working on that behind the world and the scenes. I'm also working on getting a mixer into my car and a microphone and setting up there, so I can go out to break and I can sit down, see what the news is, go over everything for a few minutes, and then maybe drop a 5-10 minute video of audio at least, where I'm kind of talking about things that are up. So I'm working on that too, which is something I used to do back in 2016, 15, and 14, and 13, which I never thought I'd have to do again, but I guess I'm back to that point. So yeah, that explains that shit,
You raised a piece of shit.
Irish Dave has become a member. Yo, Irish Dave. Thank you, Irish Dave. Irish Dave is once again a member. What's up, Joe? What's up, Dave? An OG of the channel, Irish Dave is. Appreciate that. Look at that, man. How you been? You really are such an OG, man. I've known you for so long. It's crazy, some people, how long we've known each other. And welcome to the new listeners, man. There's a few new people. GMTA says apply for energy assistance. Yeah, I might be able to do that. I think when I did it the last time, I saved like $90. So yeah, I might be able to do that. But I kind of make too much money. I make too much money to like apply for a lot of things. Does that make any sense? Do you know what I mean? I make too much money.
Do a little basketball dance off the concrete.
Pasharo.
I mean, I'm just so sick of you little meth head.
All right, we get some news to get to here in a minute.
I'll be honest, I'd like to take a big bite out of your face.
How are you guys doing at work today?
Hey Joe, what are your predictions of the AFC Championship this early? Also, Joe USA have advanced out of the group and now have the Netherlands this Saturday morning, which is going to be super tough for them.
Yeah, it's going to be rough. I mean, good win against Iran the other day, right, Pisharo? But yeah, Netherlands will be tough. But I mean, and they barely beat Iran, but I mean, that was pretty good, beating Iran. So, I think that, I think the USA can go, I think they can do it, but they're not, I don't know that much about soccer and football really to be able to tell you, what I think about Team USA. I don't know. All I know is they like rainbow colors at this point. I have no idea. But AFC Championship, it's a bit early to bring that up. I think it's probably going to be Kansas City versus the Dolphins or Buffalo. Kansas City versus the Dolphins or Buffalo. That's my prediction. I just don't know if it's going to be the Dolphins or Buffalo. I think it might be the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins they could make it. Let me see. Football standings. It's hard to say. I just think that Buffalo is so wobbly right now. I thought they would clearly be the guys, and I don't know. But so I think the AFC will be the Kansas City Chiefs, and they will take on probably, I'm going to go out on a limb, and I hate to say it because I hate them. I hate the Dolphins. I hate them. I've always hated the Bills too. Obviously, New England, we don't like the Bills, but I've got a respect for the Bills fans, right? They've always lost. They've never won. Like, I would rather the Bills go. Because the Dolphins fans, I just hate them. You know, I don't know. I hate them more than the Bills fans. But the Bills are wobbly, you know. And the Dolphins have only lost, really, when their quarterback was down. So, therefore, I give them the edge, I guess. So, I'm going to predict Dolphins and the Chiefs in the AFC Championship. And I'm going to say that the Chiefs go to the Super Bowl and beat the Dolphins, because I don't want the Dolphins to go to the Super Bowl. So we'll say the Chiefs go to the Super Bowl, and we'll say that they go on to face, I don't know. Who would they face? Could be Kansas City, and could be the Eagles. It could be the Vikings are pretty good, man, and the Patriots almost got them the other day. But I don't know, bro. I mean, I almost wonder if it's going to... I bet you... I'm going to pick the... Here, okay. I'm going to pick the Vikings. I'm literally going to pick the Vikings. I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say Kansas City Chiefs versus Minnesota Vikings, Super Bowl. There you go. That's my prediction. Kansas City Chiefs, Minnesota Vikings, Super Bowl. Possible the Dolphins, but there you go. There's my predictions. Write them down. I mean, they could change. Something different could happen. That's a shitty Super Bowl too, by the way, in my opinion. But I mean, listen, and maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't say that, because the Minnesota barely beat the Patriots the other day. Like, the Patriots could have beat the Vikings the other day, and maybe the Philadelphia Eagles are the team to pick, because they look they look crazy. But so it's going out. I'm going out on a limb picking Minnesota. Something weird happens, they make it to the Super Bowl, because Philly is so good that I really should pick the Eagles. Like, it could be Eagles and Dolphins, it could be Eagles and Chiefs, it could be Minnesota Vikings, whatever. So, I throw those names out. That's just I'm going with like a feeling in a way. But the Eagles are damn good. The Cowboys could be there. The Cowboys are good. And every other team after the Cowboys, I don't think there's many other teams after the Cowboys. After that, everybody's kind of a mishmash of, like, they're okay, but nobody really has you know what I mean? Like, this is a weird season. There's really not a lot of teams running away with it, right? Like, the Eagles are running away with it. The Dolphins and Bills are doing really well. And Kansas City Chiefs are doing really well. And that's really it. Everybody else is kind of, like, involved somehow. You know what I'm saying? So, like, everybody else, like, fighting for the playoff spots and the, what do you call it? Playoff spots and the God damn it, the
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
What's happening? What's happening?
What's happening to my asshole?
What's happening to my asshole?
Oh my god! Jack from the UK!
What's happening to my ass?
You got that BLUMPKIN. You got that BLUMPKIN pussy juice. That fucking cunt, that fucking juice is on the loose. That pussy screws all of the men. Bumpkin, cunt, pussy, juice. Once it's in my mouth, I'll swallow all your juice. BLUMPKIN, fucking cunt, pussy, juice. That cunt is on the loose, that pussy juice.
Jack from the UK!
That BLUMPKIN cunt, pussy juice.
Pussy Jews!
Nom 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 nom. BLUMPKIN cunt, pussy juice. All I want in the mouth, I can't take all of it. It's dripping down my throat so wet. BLUMPKIN cunt, pussy juice. Blumpkin cunt, it's all I want from you. I smell it from here, I smell it from there. I eat through your underwear. I nibble it up, I gobble it all. I make your pussy and your panties fall. I wanna withdraw your fucking cunt. Your beaver meat is on my front. I fucking lick it up my tongue.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jack from the UK, Jack Hurst dropping a Blumpkin Cunt Pussy Juice donation. The link wouldn't let me change pounds for some reason. That is weird. You probably just gave me more than 100.
So bad I can taste it from here. I wanna munch it, I'll munch your rear.
Thank you, Jack.
All right, Joe, you all good? England and USA through to last 16 stage been a decent World Cup so far.
It really has been a good World Cup. Unfortunately for me, because I've been so busy. Like, listen, I like football. I like soccer or football, whatever you want to call it, a little bit, right? But I love hockey, and I'm not even able to watch my Bruins. You know, I have to watch the hockey in highlights. I have to watch, like, when I miss a game and I get home, I have to watch the highlights, which are like 5 minutes of highlights, which I like. You know, they're pretty good. But, you know, I miss out on a lot of the experience of watching the full game. And so soccer is the same, or football, World Cup, it's the same. I'm not able to really watch the full games, unfortunately. So I just have to watch the quick, you know, highlights of what's going on and try to, like, figure out who's doing what. And, you know, I only saw some of the highlights of the U.S. and Iran. And, you know, if I was to make a prediction of the U.K. versus the U.S. soccer, I mean, I'd probably have to go with, I'd have to go with UK. It would probably, you know, could probably beat us 2-1 or 3-1. That's my guess. I mean, I think we all have pretty good goaltending, though. That's the thing. So I don't know that much, though. I could be completely off on that, but I believe we have really pretty good goaltending on both sides. So maybe it could be a 2-1 or a 1-0 game. But Jack, man, thank you so much for that. But yeah, I'd love to beat you guys. Wouldn't that be fun if the USA beat you guys? We need to beat you, Jack. We need to get you guys. The USA has started to have a lot more people who are international join our country over the years, and that's one of the reasons why we're getting better at soccer. I mean, we're not much better than we ever were, but I mean, we've started to get slightly better over the years at soccer or football. And the reason is, I think, is because of the international influence coming over here in surges. You know what I mean? We had the core roots of the people that came here and settled here originally, but throughout the years, just so many immigrants and so many people migrating to the U.S., bringing the culture of football over here that we didn't quite have. We had soccer, and it was like, you know, as a kid, you play soccer for fun, and it's a great fun thing. And after about 4 years, when you're a kid, you stop playing, and nobody cares. Women play soccer a lot over here, but over the last 30 years, the culture has come more to America, and you see the World Cup on TVs and bars where that never happened back in the day. You know what I mean? You didn't see that as much. So it's such a different place now with more culture, which is what America was always supposed to be, that melting pot of different cultures. So, you know, we got that going on a little bit. But one thing we don't have as much is our own, like solidified identity. You know what I mean? Like, Ireland has its own tradition and solidified identity. Scotland has theirs. You know, the United Kingdom has theirs. People in Africa have theirs. Mexico has theirs. Even, you know, other places have their own cultures and sort of this grown culture. And our culture is a culture in a way, but it's a melting pot of all cultures. And our only true, real, you know, native culture is Native Americans. You know, so America is a weird place compared to everywhere else, you know, where it's just a combined culture of shit. It's very interesting to me. And I mean, we're still kind of new over the last, 300, 400 years, 500 years, whatever you want to go back. It's so new, where there's thousands and thousands of years of culture in these other places, China and Japan and whatever. Yeah, baseball is ours, really. You know, England versus USA is a decent match for USA, though. Yeah, it is. It was 0-0. But I thought we had to wait a minute. So I thought we were playing again, though. Jack, aren't we going to play again? Oh, see, I didn't. So the goaltending really is good. 0-0, 0-0. Is that what will they say? Will they say 0-0 for 0-0? It's 0-0 right now, and the USA's done a good job of sucking. No, I will never forget the Landon Donovan goal from back in, what was it, 2008 or 6? We always talked about this. If you guys have never heard me rant on this, back in the day, I did a show on this back in 2012 or 10 or something. I don't remember. But I did a show on it. The United States call was ridiculous. The United States call for Landon Donovan was ridiculous. It was like, and Landon Donovan scores! Team USA has done it! And the United States on the back of Landon Donovan have won this game! And it was like he was excited but not that excited. But if you went and watched the Hispanic call and you watched the Spanish language call, the guy was like, like, dude, this guy was fucking losing his mind, dude. Hold on. I got to look it up because it's great. Landon Donovan, winning goal, call. Let me find it. I've done this before. Some people have heard this. But listen to the American Cup or the American call versus the Hispanic call. It's fucking hilarious. Like, it's got to be one of the funniest things that I've ever heard when you compare them.
Can they do it here? Cross, and Dempsey's denied again, and Donovan has scored! Oh, can you believe this? Go, USA! Certainly through! Oh, it's incredible! You could not write a script like this!
First of all, that call is good. I got to tell you, that call is good. That guy should be calling wrestling. Go, USA! You couldn't have written a better script for this game on Landon Donovan! Like, he's calling better than wrestling. Wrestling announcers are supposed to be good. Like, but they're not, and this guy's better. But then listen to the Hispanic call by Andre Cantor or whatever.
Se lo perdió Raíz y ahora de contragolpe Donovan, se le va larga Donovan, la quiere por derecha Altidor, al área viene, y cita por arquero, Donovan, ¡gol! ¡Gol! Landon Donovan tomó el rebote de una jugada que él comenzó.
Bro, and now he sounds like he's screaming to the heavens about his dead father that he loves and misses. De
contragolpe después de que se había salvado el equipo de Estados Unidos de la derrota. Landon Donovan, el mejor jugador en la historia.
That is like the US, like the English call. The English call is pretty good, you know, like it's really good. But when you hear the Spanish speaking call, like, Jesus Christ, bro. Like, I mean, it was almost like the Spanish speaking guy heard the British guy, the English guy's call, and he was like, okay, all right. Go, USA! Landon Donovan, what a goal! And he was like, damn, how am I going to beat that guy? Okay. Go! the guy was like, yo, I'll get you. Like, I'll get you, British guy. Dude, I just turned red doing that. I'm going to fucking faint. Okay, breathe. Okay, don't pass out. Okay, we're going to get some oxygen back in the body. Okay. I'm turning red, guys. You want to compare faces? Like, can we let's compare let's just turn red doing that. Let's just talk about how I looked a minute ago versus how I looked after I did that. I can taste blood in my mouth. Is that weird that I can taste blood in my mouth right now? Okay. Be okay. Really, look at my face like a few minutes ago. And then like look at me like a minute ago. Bro, I turned fucking beet red. Like look at me now. I'm probably coming out of it. But like look at me a second ago. Is this maybe I'm making it up. Maybe I don't look any different at all. Okay. Look at that. See See, look how much redder I am right there. Look at that. Clearly I'm red. Look at that. Look at me. I'm flushed all over the place. I have to practice this stuff. Look at that. You can even see the marks after I wipe my head. All the blood rushed to my head. I just fucking induced an aneurysm. That's what I did. Joe sounds like Chucky performing a ritual. Yeah, exactly. Like whatever the fuck. That was so creepy, dude. Like forget like any movies back when I was a kid, like horror movies and stabbings and things like that. Dude, Chucky just speaking during the seances were terrifying. Thank you to Jack Hurst for $100. Let's go to the donations. Guys, click the like button. We don't even have 69 likes yet. That's crazy, dude. That's going to make me sad inside. Let's figure that out. Shit bum.
JCS.
Yo. Jersey City boys in the house. One of the mods we can actually count on. $5 shit bum. Jersey, thank you for becoming a $5 shit bum, my friend. Thank you big time to Jack Hurst for dropping $100 on the show. I'll be going to get my kids in a little while. We haven't even gotten into the wrestling that much yet. You know, we've been talking about soccer, you know. Yeah, Spanish commentators for AAA are good too. I agree. I love the, the Spanish calls are usually pretty damn good. You know what I mean? It's just like, I can't, it's like, and that's the thing is I know it's good. I can't even hear what they're saying. That doesn't matter. I don't need to hear what they're saying. And certainly I can hear some of what they're saying. I do know a lot of Spanish words and stuff. But it's like I can just, you can feel it. You can just tell by how they're speaking and the passion. You can tell that it's good. You don't need to know exactly what they're saying. But the U.S. stuff calls a lot of times in wrestling right now is just fucking atrocious. You know what I mean? But like the Spanish speaking calls, Yeah, John, what's up, man? Yeah, it's like I can feel the passion out of the Spanish-speaking guy better. You know what I mean? Dios mío, está roto. Amo la lucha libre profesional. Oh! You know what I mean? Que partido! ¡Qué partido! ¡Lucha libre! You know, they're just losing it. Él es el ganador! You know? I don't know. You can just feel it more. I just butchered that, by the way, but I tried. Ronaldo call our game. Yeah, see, well, Moro Ronaldo would be great. It's just we've been over this, that he has just, the mental issues. You know what I mean? He can't really get to places. I get it because I've got mental issues. You know what I mean? But normally when I have trouble showing up for work and things like that in my life, it's because I'm going to a place I literally hate, and I hate myself, and I get depressed, and then I get anxiety and stuff like that. But, I don't get that way doing this show because I love this. And if I had to go commentate and fly somewhere to do commentary in places, I wouldn't have problems with that either because I'd love doing that. So it just wouldn't factor in. But unfortunately, Morrow is so debilitated with he's got a very, very tough, sickness or whatever. So he, unfortunately, you never know when he could, not make it or have a meltdown or something like that, which is understandable. Dude, I'm still fucking red. Look at how red I am still. Holy shit, bro. I am so fucking red. Like, look at me. Look at my arms compared to my fucking head. Fucking, like, all around here kind of hurts. Like, what did I fucking do to myself, bro? Just from yelling. I would die. I need to get in commentary shape, apparently. I've been out of shape for commentary. Just do this to myself. Look like a fucked up owl. I'm still losing weight, though, for the people that asked about that. I'm down to 198 pounds, folks. 198 on my new diet. But there's something wrong with my jaw, dude. I've been saying this. So, because there's some kind of problem in my mouth, I've noticed, and I'm going to the dentist soon, but I've noticed that there's a problem. Like, there's some kind of, like, divot in my neck here where I touch it. There's, like, a hole here. And there's not one over here, but this is supposed to be symmetrical. So something is wrong here. And I've got the neck pain and the back pain and the stuff going on in my teeth, I feel like. And I noticed my molars, my last molars here in the back, are sticking out like this way, like moving away from the other teeth, and then the gums are like pushing out, and I'm like, dude, that looks weird. That's not how my mouth looked before. And it feels like my jaw's also misaligned. Look at this. You can actually see it right now as I'm speaking. Look at my mouth. See that? My teeth are going like down that way. Look. You see that? Something is not right in my mouth or my jaw. Something is going wrong, and I don't know what it is, but something is clearly wrong. Look. You can see it. This used to be straight. It's like it needs to go this way a little bit. It's moving this, it's falling this way. See this? It's not straight anymore. It used to be. It's like slightly slanted like this. See that? That tooth sticks up because this is slightly turned. And I feel like I've been having this pain here like TMJ. So I don't know if that's got something to do with why my gallbladder was murdering me and my insides were hurting me for the past 2 weeks. Even I ate a lot last night for the first time, and my whole stomach lining felt weird, and my side feels weird, and under my rib cage, all the way up to my shoulder blade, and something's not right here. Like, dude, something is fucking up, and I don't know what it is. Oh, look at that. Something is fucking wrong. Maybe I just need maybe it's multiple things going on that are different, that don't have anything to do with each other. But, like, maybe I need a retainer to, like, start to straighten something out. I don't know what's going on. I've been grinding my teeth at night. Dude, recently I've been waking up at night grinding my teeth. And I never grind my teeth usually. But it's been so bad I've been waking up to it. It's crazy. So I don't know why I've been waking up to teeth grinding. So this could be TMJ caused by teeth grinding, which is caused by the nerve in my stomach to my back that's causing me pain, and at night it's making me grind. I don't know. Not a doctor. Don't know. Never had braces. I have no idea. But something's up. My face looks thinner because it is thinner. Because when I smile, it's weird. When I smile like this, it's almost like my face is, my jaw is disappearing into my head. You know? It's very weird. Strange, man. I don't know what's going on. Something's up. But also, you got to remember, I lost 20 pounds, you know what I mean? In 2 weeks, I've lost 20 pounds, 21 pounds. So my face probably looks thinner because I literally lost 20 pounds. You know what I mean? I haven't weighed this much since 2014. So, I mean, cool, right? I mean, I don't know. But yeah, I feel fucking... I could have a tooth infection that maybe it like infected my bloodstream or something. We don't know. I was supposed to go to the dentist today, but I couldn't make it because I didn't have a car, we thought, because Leah was going to have jury duty, but they canceled their jury duty. So then I could have gone, but so I rescheduled it for next week. So next week the dentist will look in my mouth, and I'm going to tell him about my throat too, because this is weird, dude. Right here it feels like there's a hole. It's weird. And it's also where I get soreness a lot. So I don't know, man. And then I've also got a huge lymph node in my neck here that's been filled slightly for over a year. So I don't know what that's about. So maybe there's like an infection that's like coming and going and coming and going and coming and going because there's a hole in my tooth that I haven't done all my dentist work I need done. So, you know, who the fuck knows, bro? You know? I just might be noticing my jaw structure, Turpa. It could just be me. Obviously I have anxiety. I'm very self-aware of little changes in my body and stuff. So like I fixate, like I know when something's even a little different. So it could just be panic and just like, oh shit, what's that? You know, it's not really that big a deal. You know, it's probably not. I mean, all my tests have come back pretty all right and everything else like that. So sure, we're fine. Jack, what's up, my friend? What up, Jack? What up, my dude? Hey, really quickly, let's go back to something from last night while I take a piss. I'll be right back. Because 93. We got another 13. We got another donation coming in, so I want to shout that out. But a couple of them coming in. But I do want to go over something from last night really quickly when Leah was on the show, and while I take a pee.
They're wearing like bloody wigs.
Yeah, like dude, they look like it's like I'm trying to think. It's like when I watch
because it's a pub.
Yeah, it didn't.
But
mean
you go
much.
to like it's like reasons not to watch season 3, and I recommend nobody does it. Don't give them views.
Don't see any of the flaws, or they say they do, but they don't actually. You know, it's like everyone's got blinders on to everything. It's very strange. Even I do sometimes, and I'm like, oh yeah, like, and you got to like drag yourself out of it a little bit because you're lighthearted thing. They would be like say like a black family or somebody like they something happened, right? And the person of the house would say something like, well, you better hurry on now. It's it's almost 7 p.m.
Red, what's his name? And
to the murderer in RoboCop.
He looks exactly like him now.
Well, no, what I was gonna say
is the murderer in RoboCop.
Yeah, he's the guy from RoboCop. But people were
so
saying like because
scary.
he's actually like nearing 80 or something like that, and they're like it's like Patrick Stewart. They're like I saw one comment's like I'm convinced that what you do is you just age like in your 30s to look like 40, and then you just stay that way for like a long time, because that's what they did. Like Patrick Stewart's looked old forever.
Yeah, they should have given Patrick Stewart a beard like he had in All Good Things, kind of, because otherwise he looks it's weird. But yeah, these two look interesting. I mean, and Red was in Star Trek too. He was in that. Wasn't he in a Voyager episode? Was it Voyager? Remember, he's like.
Yeah, he isn't. Yeah, it must be Voyager because I hate Deep Space Nine. I don't even watch it.
He in Voyager he like erases. He's like erasing history and people and destroying people throughout the universe to try to get back to his wife or something. It's a fucking weird episode.
I just like when he shoots. The guy's hand off in
RoboCop.
RoboCop,
dude. When
and the guy calls him, the guy calls him like slime and shit. These cheesy 80 liners like, "You're just a slime ball, pal."
I'll come back for you, slime ball. And then that guy was in Star Trek a bunch of times. RoboCop was. They put RoboCop in Star Trek twice as two different evil characters. Like they fucking. Like, I can't believe they did that. They put him in, he was the evil guy at the end of Enterprise who wanted to kill the baby and, like, all the aliens. And then he was in Star Trek 2 in the reboots with J.J. Abrams as the evil admiral.
To be fair, he makes a great bad guy.
He is a good bad guy now, but Peter Weller was a hero when he was RoboCop. Look, you're dead or alive, creep. I'll blow you up. He would say creep, but everyone else would say fuck, shit, cunt. But RoboCop wouldn't swear. He'd still call people creeps.
What I kind of like about that 90s show so far, from what I've seen of it, is that the sets aren't like, they didn't do their attempt to like, let's make it super 90s size where it's like everything has like posters of things that happened in the 90s. It feels very much like the same house, and that's kind of realistic because your childhood house doesn't change much.
Well, that was actually my problem with it. That was my problem with it. Was like, well, because it wouldn't change much, but how are you gonna 90s it up if it's not? You know what I mean?
Well, it's also like because the styles of the 90s and the 70s were a lot more similar than the 90s and the 80s. I feel like at least as someone who wasn't born in that timeline, just looking from the outside looking in, I feel like the 70s and the 90s bleed into each other more than the 80s does with the 90s.
Well, I don't feel that way, but I get what you're saying. I think a little bit, but go ahead, Leah.
Yeah, when like looking at the video, or the whatever, what was it? Teaser? It was a teaser. It reminded me of.
Well, to hear more about what Leah was just talking about, you guys can listen to that episode yesterday. So if you guys are like, damn, I wish Joe was going to be on all day, well, you can go back and listen to that. It was from yesterday, last night. It was great. Luke Rojas did a good job. Luke, also send me a message on Discord, Luke. I want to talk to you, brother. I'm really going to be bringing in Luke Rojas, me and Luke, to do a show together. I love Luke. I've always loved him, and I think me and him do a show together would be fun. He's great when he's on. He's funny, he's smart, all that sort of thing. So I want to do stuff with him. So Luke, send me a message, man. I'll talk to you on Discord in a little bit. I seen you in the chat earlier. What up, Crazy Blade? Good to see Crazy Blade. Yeah, jury duty sucks, man. You don't want to do that. I had jury duty one time. I showed up and they said, all right, go home. And so I did. That was it. Okay, sorry. I'm going to get to the donations. I know I've had them pause for a while. Let me get over and see if there are any and how many and whatever. Oh, there's only one. Jersey City Boys. Thank you for the $5 super chat. And thank you to Jack Hurst, man. Jack from the UK dropping a $100 sex bomb. Last night, Mr. Earl and Mr. Republican there called into the show from the Halford concert. So that was pretty crazy. Guys hanging out, banging each other. I like it. Good to see them getting along. I mean, at one time they wanted to kill each other, and now they're hanging out at events like that.
You raised a piece of shit.
What's up, Joe?
What
been
up?
Out and busy, so sorry I haven't been around. Hope all is well and things with Jake are good. I'm going to the Rumble in San Antonio, so hope to see a banging good show. Now
Thank
I'm
you.
off to give Dave my Raw 30 wiener. Love you, Devils.
Oh, my God. Deftones 22. He's an OG of the show, man. What up, Deftones? Deftones, it's great to see you, bro. How you doing? My tank is on empty. I've run out. Where's that clip, dude? I don't know why. I think the clip's hilarious. Jack, you are a beast, man, no doubt. Deftones, it's great to hear from you, man. I hope you were able to stick around long enough to see your dono play, because you dropped that shit about 25 minutes ago. So I hope you were here to see that. What up, Ryback? We love you, man. Finish it. I love you, Ryback. Come on, man. We love you. Come on the show. Why don't you come on the show? We love you. So tonight on AEW, MJF will speak for the first time since getting the AEW Championship at Full Gear. They're in Indianapolis, main event of AEW's final pay-per-view of the year, the Salt of the Earth. What is this? In the main event of AEW's final pay-per-view of the year, the Salt of the Earth defeated Blackpool Combat Club's Jon Moxley to win his first major championship in Tony Khan's promotion. What? William Regal passed MJF a pair of brass knuckles. I don't know what the... Oh, I see what they're saying. I was like, what? They're calling the pay-per-view the Salt of the Earth? I was like, what are you talking about? I get what they're saying now. It just looks like a run-on sentence. And I was trying to read and then, like, put out my own words on it. But I am reading from Wrestling Inc. and Danny Wolfstenholm. Jesus, that guy sounds like an asshole. I'm just kidding, Danny. I love you. Regal... tonight's show's gonna have, it says they're gonna have a Death Triangle and the Elite, Kenny Omega, blah blah blah, all of them continue their best of 7 series. Death Triangle has a 2-0 lead, so Omega and the Young Bucks will need a win tonight for sure. Dax Hardwood, Bryan Danielson will go 1-on-1 with Dax Hardwood. It's like, why is that happening, by the way? Like, why are they not wrestling in tag team competition? Why is Daniel Bryan wrestling a singles match with Dax Harwood? I just think that's bizarre. To me, I don't know. Fine, like whatever, but what? I don't get it. Jazzy Utah. How you doing, Jazzy? Shout out to everyone who jumped on the Patreon too, man. Thank you guys for doing that. Thank you if you jumped on the Patreon. My tank has run out on empty. I got a message request from Bullfrogs saying, you want me to leave your Discord? It's like, I don't give a fuck what you do, you idiot. God damn, he's still fucking the same shit. You know what I mean? I don't get it. The guy always messages me to tell me, like, we're not even talking, and he'll just message me to be like, I'm leaving everything, Joe. And then he'll message me and be like, why won't you put me on the show, Joe? And then he'll message me and be like, do you want me to leave, Joe? And then he'll message me and be like, I'm leaving everything, Joe. It's like every 3 days there's another message from him contradicting the last one. Yeah, I would bet heavy on the Elite tonight. But for that reason, they could lose, and then they have to win 4 in a row. Like, dude, like, I could totally see them losing 3 just so they have to win 4 in a row in order to win. You know? You could see it, trust me. It's a lunchtime stream, and yeah, we're 51 minutes into the stream, and who knows what will happen tonight. He's like a crazy ex-girlfriend. Devious Dave Rose says Elite will win tonight. I forgot I took away like everybody's wrench that night when I was like, fuck, everybody's not going to... And I took away all the mod wrenches. Fuck it. Someone had to pay the consequence for those fuckers in the chat, and nobody did anything. And Dave and a couple other mods took the fucking brunt. M, how you doing, man? But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Dynamite preview, I guess. I mean, we'll see what happens there. I don't know. There's really not a lot of good news today. Again, like I said, like one of the biggest sets of news is the Raw XXX. And, you know, like I said, the news isn't really doing well. The announcement of the 30th anniversary is not doing that well. And the announcement of, you know, it being the Raw Attitude Era version, even that's not doing well. It's just not trending. It's not being talked about, really. You know? I don't know. I don't know what that means 100%. But it's not. I guess it's not really good for WWE and Triple H. We talked about the NFL earlier. I told you about who I think would go to the Super Bowl and win in the playoffs and that sort of thing. So I've really been over that as far as I can go. I've lost almost everything in betting. Like I had a couple $100 from last year betting on FanDuel, and I've spent it and then won some back and spent that and won some back and spent that and all the way down to $2. And then I won $30 and then I spent the $30. And I'm at the point where I somehow I still have $4 in my account. But it's like, dude, I have not won really at all in FanDuel all year. All year I've been like borderline to win whatever. And somehow I still have a couple of dollars in there. And every week I put about $5 in. That's my rule is I spend $5 every week. But I hadn't spent anything in a long time because I just kept making the money back but not winning anything. I don't know, man. I'm pathetic right now with betting. It's like, okay, good enough to win some of it back. But overall, you know, a year and a half ago I had $200. Now I have $5, you know, which I guess I made it last. That's pretty good in some ways, but because I'm not going to put anything into it really but $5 a week. But it just hasn't. I haven't hit on anything, really. It's not been good. Hey, Deftones, thank you, man. I know the KANE one isn't back yet. I got to get the KANE one back, dude. Yeah, I got to get the KANE one back, Deftones. A lot of people still donate the 666 and it doesn't pop up. So I'll try to fix that because I think a lot of people really want the KANE donation back. Remakian is here. Also, Triple X is a sex number. Yeah, that's the thing. I said that. Like, it's like if you type in Raw Triple X, dude, like the worst shit. Like, I mean, you know what I mean? You're NFC'd or whatever you call it. I mean, it's crazy. We did surpass 69 likes, which is always a sexy thing to do. Always a great thing to do that. Surpassing 69 likes. Don't forget, I'm going to have a Patreon show coming on Patreon. Uploaded in a bit today. I'm putting some finishing touches on it. And it's going to be going up on Patreon. If you guys can become $5 patrons, that'd be huge. We have 160 patrons right now. My name is KANE. What's up, Matthew Biggs? There's the Patreon, guys. If you want to jump on Patreon for $5, $2, whatever you can do a month, you'll get a bonus content. You know what I mean? Corrupted's coming back. That's going to be a big thing, I think. And shout out to, we got to hit up the $25 producers real quick. So let's hit up the $25 producers while we're at this here. And thank you to Jack Hurst, man. He dropped a $100 bomb earlier. Let's go to. Hopefully this is clipped because I thought it was really funny the last couple of weeks, but hopefully this ended up getting clipped. I don't remember if it did or not. And now on YouTube, you have to go to the live section to see my past live streams. They've like hidden live streams. It's so fucking stupid. It's like ridiculous what they did, but I don't know why they decided to do that, but they did. Either way, let's see if this is saved here because it's funny to me. If I can find it. Let's see. Let's see. No, that's not it. Where the fuck is it? I'm looking for a specific clip, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. Maybe it's this. Now, ladies and gentlemen, to perform Britney Spears' Oops, I Did It Again, here is Marsha Jones, a trans fucking half-black Native American disassembled individual. Oh, my God. This is, yay, here he goes. Oh my God, I can't believe this is on here, bro. That's fucked up.
Oh, really?
Well, life pinned Melly.
Oh, he's been here this whole time. Shit.
I will tell you. I will.
They're stewing.
I will.
Like, and laying on a.
Like the videos that are going to come out later about it. Like, oh, I know what I wanted to see. I know what it was I was thinking of. Dude, the fucking people in the Raw crowd the other night. Dude, what was up with that? Where is the clip of this? Because this is unbelievable. I cannot believe the Raw crowd the other night. This was crazy. Yeah, boy. This was crazy. Like, dude, Zachary is lit, bro. Zachary is lit up. This guy was drunk. Have you seen this guy? Dude, he is lit. Zachary is ready to go. Look at this guy. He's ready to snap, bro. He's like, he can't believe he's standing next to Becky right here. This is crazy, bro. My name is Zachary. I mean, this is what I got what I got out of Raw tonight. You know? Look at him. He so wants to get back. Look at the way he's looking at her. Look at this. He's gonna go full Eminem on her. Dude, he's got the gray hoodie. He just needs to shave his head. That's all he's got to do. And then instead of being like, yeah, my name is Zachary, he'd be like, my name's Eminem. What's up, Becky? What's up, Becky? Becky, you looking delicious, though, Becky. How about that? Oh, yeah, Becky. Yeah. On Becky, he's got that look in his eyes. And look at her. She's trying not to look at him because if she does, she'll laugh. You know, she's like, but, you got Zachary looking like Zachary, and right before Zachary, you got Bob, let's face it, looking like Bob, I mean, I give him credit for rocking the full facial just fuck face, like this. Like, Bob was like, bro, listen, my face looks like AIDS, so like people love Game of Thrones and like nerd shit, and beards are in again pretty much for many people.
This guy looks like Troy.
So you know what? Since it looks like my nostrils are peeling up off my nose, and I have an overbite of a 7-year-old in a man's mouth, and my eyebrows are like caterpillars, and my eyes don't really open all the way. So because of that, you know what? I'm going to go hat to cover up the bald spot, glasses so I can see, because without glasses I can't see, and my eyes do close like I'm very Asian looking. And also I have this gigantic, like just everything else is ugly as hell, and I have tiny little ears. I have a huge head, the teeth of a 7-year-old, and the ears of a 4-year-old. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover my face with as much shit as possible. And if earmuffs are ever in, thank the fucking gods, because I will put those bitches over my fucking ears too. And I'll really cover this shit up. Like, we'll really get to the point of, like, nobody will really know what I look like. And that's my goal as Bob, is to really just nobody to know really what I look like. Unfortunately, I lifted up my arms here, which are way longer than the rest of my body, and that caused my sweatshirt to go up, and everybody looked at my giant belly on national TV. So that was a mistake, but you know what? Things happen. You know, and it's fine. I look fine. I look, if a troll had AIDS and was sprayed with acid and cum, they'd be me. You know? Like, if Superman ever fucked a giant, fat, colostomy bag-ridden whore in a hospital, and she, gave birth somehow being 600 pounds, I am what came out of that. But he wouldn't have me. I'd be his bastard thing, is what I'd be. Now, Becky could have, interviewed the military-like father down here who's wearing looks like to be a fairly expensive sweatshirt with his son, who probably gets pampered, and he's some jock type of responsible man, guy right there who's a good man father, and he's a badass, and he's coordinating his fucking outfits because he thinks he's sexy, and he's got a pretty hot wife and probably makes over $100K at least a year, if not more. And, he looks good. But, Becky was like, nah, I want to talk to Bob. Bob looks like he smells like shit. So I'd like to talk to
Bob looks like he smells like shit.
Sorry, man. Bob, if you're watching, bro, I'm sorry.
Bob looks like he smells like shit. I'd like to talk to Bob. I just couldn't believe that. The crowds are just looking. He does look like, kind of looks like Rojas. I got to be honest, Rojas. I'm sorry, bro. The guy kind of looks like you, dude. The guy, let's, kind of be honest here. The guy kind of looks like you. Yo, Killer of Demons, how you doing? Sammy, Devious Dave, Go Hogs for Life. Luis Urdaneta. Ed Rock, how you doing? Raw Dog and Triple H? I don't know. Justin Williams, how are you? And thank you, Jack. Have a good walk with your dog, man. Thank you so much for donating $100 earlier. Jack, thank you. The Joker. Joe Shipley's here. And everybody else who's been here, man. Bramakian, what's up? Crazy Blade. Deftones, Anthony, Matthew Biggs, Jazzy, Utah, a lot of OGs, Turpa. Everybody for being here, man. Nats fan 31. Jay Swiss. Jeez. Where'd Jay Swiss come from? Colonel Stutters. TJB. Anybody else? Jersey City Boys. Keith Richardson. Tons of people, man. You guys have all been awesome during the stream. I appreciate you guys being here. Last 2 minutes. 2 more minutes. All right, 2 minutes. You want to get me to say something? You want to talk about something? Blah, blah, blah. Super chat. Use the donation link or whatever. Just try to drop it in the chat and see if I can read it. If you don't have any money, try to drop it in the chat. I'll read it. I'll probably read everything. The chat's slowing down a bit. Everybody's going back to work, going for a walk, whatever they're doing. I really appreciate the support during the stream and last night as well. Thank you guys so much for that. Let's check out the standings, actually, on the donations. Now, this doesn't count Super Chats. I think Allison would be on here somewhere. If it counted Super Chats, it would be, much bigger for Allison. But right now, it looks like the Ghost from the Coast taking the top spot for this month at 593. DWELSH took it last month, I think it was, or the month before, at like 2,000 or something like that. So the Ghost from the Coast at 593. Jack in the second spot with the silver medal, 378. The Soundwave 92 in the bronze, third place, 312. DWELSH in fourth place this month. Derek Hance in fifth, Arushin Chu in sixth. Thank you, guys. It doesn't count Super Chats. Allison, I believe, would be probably in second place or third place if it were for Super Chats counting on this list. So I think that would be Allison in there somewhere as well, maybe bumping off Soundwave there, in my estimation. So thank you guys for that. But it shows how big of an impact DWELSH had last month when he was in first place with 1,900. Like, that's crazy. So that was huge, man. Thank you. And so shout out to the Ghost from the Coast for being one of the top dogs there. Actually, I'm surprised Jack is in second place. I was like, wait a minute, did I skip Jack? The Ghost from the Coast is in first. Jack is in second with 378. Ghost from the Coast in first, Jack in second, 378, and then it would probably be Allison, and then Soundwave 92, and then DWELSH. So I think that's how it would really go. So thank you guys for going crazy with those contributions. That's fucking nuts. I don't think there's really been any other new wrestling news that I cared to get to. I might put out a video on some things, but nothing really. I mean, it should be. I would think the Triple X news would be huge, but again, it just doesn't seem like a lot of people give a fuck right now. So, yeah, there's really not a lot of brand new wrestling news that is doing anything. So it's going to come down to figuring out what happens tonight on AEW Dynamite. Tonight, AEW Dynamite, I'll be live as soon as Dynamite ends right here. Wednesday night, Joe Cronin Show. The Joker says, talk about the World Cup. I mean, we kind of already did that. I feel like I talked about it as much as I could. I mean, as far as the U.S. and the UK and, beating Iran and, that sort of thing, I got into that a bit. I really don't have too much more on what I think, who will win the World Cup. I don't even know how good all the teams are and everything. I mean, in the past, I used to just pull for the UK and Brazil. You know what I mean? In the past, I would just root for Brazil or the UK or, I'd root for Mexico. If they were in it, as well, because I just consider Canada, Mexico, America, Brazil, and I guess the UK. I like all those. But I'd go for Mexico. Because there are brothers. Down there. As far as I'm concerned. Yeah, so that's I don't know I don't even know who's in the World Cup. That's how fucking, you know what I mean? Let me see. Because I like I said, I haven't had time to pay much attention to it. So I don't 100% know. So yeah, we don't even know some of these teams. But they've made it into the USA has made it into round 16, which is, I know that's pretty big, right? Or is this round 16 or is this the quarterfinals? I don't remember. But just making it, this far is awesome. So this is going to be a lot of fun, I feel like. So we got the Netherlands and USA. That's going to be a tough game for USA. We may not make it through that. I don't know. Australia, we don't know who they're going to face. We don't know who else is going to make these brackets yet. France, England versus Senegal. I feel like England is going to beat Senegal there, obviously, to me. So England advances on Senegal. Netherlands, I'm going to root for the USA to win, but it's going to be tough. But if the USA beats the Netherlands and, England wins, it's like you could, I don't know, man, Australia's in it. That's going to be interesting. What if Australia wins and America wins? It's the US versus Australia. That'd be fucking cool. Then I have a hard time believing the USA is going to make it to the Final Four. It just seems like such a hard feat to get there. I think this will probably be the US's last round, if not the next one, but it's nice to be on this bracket anyway, I guess. again, like I said, I think the USA has good goaltending. I think the problem with the USA is, scoring, is, to me, is tough. But I don't really know that much about soccer and the teams right now enough to know. Yeah, but we'll see what Mexico does today. If Argentina lose again, Poland, Argentina are out, yeah. But anyway, I'm going to run, man. I got to pick up the kids and do some cleaning.
Shit, bum.
Donnie.
Kenny Omega versus CM Punk win.
Oh, man, it's never going to happen now. Listen, that should happen. Something like that should happen. And that'd be so cool. But yeah, you would do that at All Out or something, right? At the biggest show that you could. You would do that at All Out, bro. That would be unreal for the fact of like what happened, but they just, it seems like unfortunately this shit is real. Like it's actually real life and they actually don't like each other and it's actually a problem. And it's just liability wise, it's just not going to happen. If I was the owner of AEW, if I was Tony Khan, and I couldn't turn this into a storyline to make money, I'd be so pissed off it would be unbelievable. Like, I'd be so angry. Do you know what I mean? Oh, man, I'd be mega pissed off.
You raised a piece of shit!
Strong stream Joe, but it will get weaker when you hit 40. Who do you think will be next to have a last match after Steamboat and Flair? I vote for the 85-year-old Purple Haze.
After Steamboat and Flair... Wait a minute. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Flair has said he wants to have another last match. And Conrad Thompson seems to want to do a theme where somebody else has their last match. So I don't think Conrad Thompson is really interested in doing Flair's last match again, but I do think he's interested in doing somebody's last match again. So whether that's Mick Foley's last match or, Bret Hart's last match or something, like I'm telling you, he wants to do another like Legend comes back last match thing. He's pitching it to people right now. So I don't know who that's going to be. Luke Rojas, hit me up on Discord at some point, man. Let me know. And I'll talk to you for a few minutes, my friend. All right. You guys have been awesome. If you can hit the like button on the way out, guys, we might get to 100 likes. Jump on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Check out Facebook. My Facebook, like the Facebook. We're almost at 4,000 likes. Facebook.com/Joe Cronin Show on Facebook. And that's all I can think to say at this point. I think I got it all. Stay tuned on Patreon for some new content and the relaunching of the Corrupted podcast coming to Patreon once again. You never know who's going to show up on the Corrupted podcast, and it's going to be coming back to Patreon. So be a part of that. Love to have you guys there, and I'll see you tonight for AEW Dynamite. Thank you to Jack Hurst for dropping $100, Jack. You freaking beast of nature. There's the $25 producers right there on your screen. We really need a couple more, guys. I'm not going to sit here and beg you, but guys, I really need a few more $25 producers. If you love the show and you are capable of doing it, become a producer. You'll get your name down below on all the shows in the description box, and you'll get a plaque like this made every month. Thank you to these $25 producers. Become a producer of my show right now by going to patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show, or download the Patreon app and go to patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show, or search Joe Cronin Show and use the link in the description box down below. Whatever you got to do, we want you as a producer, and you'll live forever in infamy as a producer, and you'll get shouted out almost every show. Thank you guys so much. Thank you to Jack for $100 and everybody else who dropped the dono. Deftones, Donnie Murdoch, 2 Girls, 1 World Cup, Pasharo, Irish Dave, Allison Tuckwab, and, of course, Jack with the $100 bomb. And, yes, the Kenny Omega donation does play. At $101 and more, it plays. But $100, it's the ass, what's happening to my ass. So, remember, the Kenny Omega donation is still viable. Thank you. I'll see you tonight for AEW. I'm Joe Cronin, and I've got a heart on.
This is The most mature audiences only shit you've ever heard. Period. From Boston. Broadcasting all over the world. Send the soy boys home. 'Cause we ain't gonna sugarcoat shit.
Drop down, let me give it to you.
This is the Joe Cronin Show. Now, here's Joe Cronin. Joe